We're starting here in Sandy, Oregon. This is the home of Brian Tracker Wheeler. And we'll get back to him in a second. But I have no idea what we're doing today or where we're going. But Brian's a survival expert, and his favorite word is backcountry, so you can only imagine where we're going next.
The Wildlife is presented by Fred Meyer.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Jeremy.
Brian.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
It's
been too long.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen your show, The Wildlife. Really impressed with what you've been doing. You know, everything from kayaking and climbing. A lot of stuff I've never done, you know, personally. I live a lot of my excitement through what I've seen you do, so it's pretty awesome. But there's one thing that I haven't seen, and that's why I'm here, and that's why this is here, okay? Basically what's going to happen is there's a mission possible, and the info's in here, okay? And there's a lot of things you're going to have to carry out and accomplish in the backcountry. It's really going to test your mettle out there. So what I'd like you to do is, if you're on board with this and concept at this point, this is it. Open the envelope and read out loud what's in there.
Jeremy's mission: fly to an undisclosed starting point and begin geocaching. Okay. Find 7 caches, each one revealing coordinates to the next. As part of this survival test, you must build a shelter and camp in which to sleep. If you reach the final cache, please follow the printed directions and deliver the goods. Have fun, follow the forthcoming verbal directions, and remember that safety is first.
All right?
Dude, bring it on.
Like that? Bring it on?
Bring it on.
All right, man. Now, here's the deal. There's a second envelope here. I'm going to give this to you now. Don't lose it, or you're in big trouble, okay? I'm going to give it to you now, and when you land, you can open the envelope, okay?
Okay.
So you brought a bunch of stuff I'd like to look at.
Yeah, I brought my
quick.
backpack.
You know what I want you to do? You'll probably get ticked off at this, but I want to see everything you got in there, so I want to have you unload everything.
All right.
Just tear it apart, okay? Well, based on what you know right now in your head and what you might face, are you glad you brought all this gear?
Well, yeah. It's kind of the basics to take. I've got a tent, sleeping pad, stuff to survive, stuff to cook.
That's good news. I like what I'm seeing. You want to hear the bad news? You don't get to take about 80% of what's here. All right, sleeping pad, not a chance. Sleeping bag, that joins the pad, okay?
As Brian rejects many of my carefully packed items, I'm wondering how I will survive this mission possible. I'll just have to trust that Tracker knows best.
Powerade, good stuff. You got to drink it on board the helicopter as we fly. That has to be consumed before you touch ground.
Super hydration, super fast.
You got it.
My list of essentials is now considerably minimized, custom tailored by a survival expert.
All right, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Let's do this. Basically, what I've tried to do now is remove all of his comfort, taking away things that he's used to, and put him out of his element before we fly.
This is the Wildlife.
He's excited now. He has no idea, remember, where he's going. He's pumped, but it's very interesting as we fly. He has some very introspective and quiet moments. So again, the feel that he has, he's out of his element. He's lost most of his gear. He doesn't even have water. He doesn't know where he's being inserted. And he has no idea the distance that he's going to have to travel. Now his main task is going to be to figure out where he is before he can go anywhere. So basically, he's lost.
Coming up on The Wildlife.
a nice crunchy, kind of a woody taste to them. Ugh. Fresh up, yeah.
Welcome back to the wildlife with Jeremy. His transport's now gone. He's got those 7 checkpoints he has to visit.
I have no idea where we're at. Start with square one. It's hard not to be a little bit intimidated when you climb out of a helicopter and the very first thing you see is just this steep, jagged cliff and you're surrounded by barren rocks. And then as far as you can see is just wilderness. Mission possible. Packet 2. Just find out exactly where on this map I am.
I'm really impressed. Look how calm he is. Again, he has no idea where he is.
Looks like we are exactly a mile from checkpoint 1. There we go. We want to make our way up here to that checkpoint. We definitely want to head that direction right there. It's time to do a little bit of extreme geocaching. So I'm gonna head over this embankment, and from that point,
I really like the idea that he's using his compass with his GPS. That's really smart.
it's north. Let's go have some fun. It's kind of steep. Ah. It's a stick. This area looks like it would be really popular for rattlesnakes. So when you're walking through and all of a sudden something pops up like this right here, that's enough to get your senses quite alive really fast. This is called sheep sorrel. It's got like a lemony taste to it. It's real zesty. So there's a lot of vitamin C, a lot of citrus in it. You can just eat it while you're walking along. It's never gonna make you not hungry, but it's definitely gonna help curb some of your hunger.
Very good. Here he's just starting. He's already starting to add to his food supply.
Gotta be really careful because you get your ankle caught in one of those. It's game over. Gotta love this terrain. We need to head this direction through the woods. And all of this is Devil's Club. And all the stems are just covered with thorns. This is just a lush forest of Devil's Club. So this next part of the journey is not going to be particularly fun. Oh, right in the face. I love that when that happens. You want steak for dinner? I hate snakes so bad. And look what I just about stepped on. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be available to me when I set up camp tonight, but there's all kinds of nice dry moss around here, so I'm going to pull some off and keep it to help start my fire later tonight. Keep our eyes out for some pitch and we'll be good to go. I'm about 75 feet away from the first checkpoint, and the hike this far has not been easy. We've gone through loads of creek beds and gullies, all kinds of Devil's Clubs and thorns that just love to chew you up a little bit. It's been a torturous hike, and I'm only to checkpoint 1 right now, so still got quite a bit ahead of us. But 75 feet. Let's go find the first cache.
So remember, he's got 7 caches total, so he's got 6 more to go once he finds this.
There it is. There it is. Nice. Boom. That's checkpoint 1 right there. Okay. Look at that. Wildlife geocache. Awesome. Sign the log, here we go. Drop that in there. Now we gotta plot the coordinates for cache number 2. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna take this, put it right back in there for the next person that wants it. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Can't take off without leaving a trinket. Take something and leave something. So now I'm here. I've got to go north again. Right there. Still got a lot of ground to cover. According to this, we've got half a mile. Here we go. Found a trail. Just kidding. Boom, got it. Right here.
The Wildlife is presented by Fred Meyer.
Okay, he's en route to checkpoint 2 now, and he knows that there's a lake on the back side of this checkpoint.
This terrain is absolutely unforgiving. Loads of just dead brush, knee-high bracken fern and sword fern, and then devil's club everywhere. It's everywhere. You just be walking along, all of a sudden brush your leg against this stuff, and it feels like your thigh is on fire. This is nature's special treat for me. This is called wood sorrel. Looks kind of like a clover, but it's got a really nice lemony taste. I had some sheep sorrel earlier. It's a lot smaller, but this stuff is edible.
He's got plenty to eat there, but you want to remember, don't ever eat anything unless you know 100% what you're eating, like he's doing now. He knows for a fact what he's doing.
Lots of vitamin C. It keeps your mouth nice and wet as you're walking along. I love it. And as you can see, it's everywhere. Now I know for sure we did. We strayed right down this ridge right here. And now we've got to go due west to get to that right there. These are carpenter ants. They're big old ants that like to live and chew in logs, but for me, what they mean is
a lot of protein here, but not always the best taste.
got a nice crunchy, kind of a woody taste to them. Onward, upward. I know that my second checkpoint is somewhere near a lake, and that's my first sign of water right there. Almost there. Checkpoint 2. I can smell it, it's so close. Gotta get through there, and that's all just devil's club and thorn bushes. Oh, yeah. Found a trail. Just kidding. Well, made it. Through that patch at least. Pull out the GPS. We are really close. over here. Boom! Got it! Right here. All right. Whew. Checkpoint 2. Oh, it feels good to be here. Okay. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, this one, you really have to fight for to get to. My legs are bloody, my arms are cut to pieces. Whew. Got it locked. Another pin. Let's log this into the GPS. And now I've got checkpoint 3 logged into my GPS. Put the coordinates back in there for future geocachers. Whew. 2 down. And here we go.
Coming up on The Wildlife.
Something doesn't smell right. Something rotten. Oh, God.
Now, one thing to remember, I took Jeremy's water filter away, but I gave him tablets to treat his water.
Got my water.
I guarantee you he's used it for this water.
And I've programmed everything in here. I know where I need to go now. And according to my compass, I have to head northwest. That direction over there. Oh. But trails are such a lovely sight. Wood's nice and dry. Gonna have a nice campfire tonight.
I like this. He's already tested the moss. He's gathered moss for fire for tinder, and now he's checking his fuel supply in the area that he may spend the night.
Something doesn't smell right. Something rotten. Oh, God. Oh, it's a dead elk. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. That's a big elk head. Oh, yeah, something got this guy. Or girl. Let's go ahead and move back. Up here in the trees, you'll see there's vultures that are... I'm sorry. They're trying to come and get it. That is so bad. I'm just gonna move on. Oh. I found more parts of the elk. There is so much wildlife around here right now that wants all this. Probably be a really good idea to just move on. Oh. Hello, bear! Whew. Oh, this is some really nasty swamp area. It just smells all musty and old. And every step you take when you're not on something like this, you just sink into it.
This area is really dense and thick, but it's very indicative of a water supply, so that's a good area for him to be in, actually.
About 300 feet to go to checkpoint 3. It's so nice to be out of the swamp. That swamp was so nasty. The air there was like, it was thick It was like getting in my lungs. It was so hard to breathe. And then you get out of that and you get back into these nice, lush green areas where there's lots of fern and lots of this sorrel. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So close. So close. This is checkpoint number 3. Oh, it even smells nice.
Notice all the moss on those trees there? He can use that actually for clothing by stuffing his clothes.
Program this one into my GPS. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and find a nice, quiet place to start building my shelter. So I'm running out of daylight. Good news is I know exactly where I need to go to get to checkpoint number 4. Bad news is it's a mile and a half away. Well, maybe we can start heading that direction and set up camp on the way there. I'm halfway to checkpoint 4, and I really need to start setting up my shelter.
Boy, not only does he have to survive a night, he has no light source, he's got to build shelter, and he's got a heck of a long way to go. He has 4 more geocaches in tough terrain.
It's gonna get really cold tonight, and I need a good shelter.
For Jeremy McLaughlin, I'm Brian Wheeler. See you next time.
Oh. I think that one's been eating mushrooms.
The Wildlife has been presented by Fred Meyer.